The year was 1702, and the Caribbean was no sea for saints. Beneath a sky hung with brooding clouds, the merchant brig Providence Grace limped toward the port of San Domingo. Her masts snapped and sails in tatters. The ship struggled against the waves. But her captain was not a merchant. He was Dorian Merrow. Once a royal envoy to the East India Company, he now bore no allegiance to any crown. Tall, with a scar beneath his left eye and the easy grace of a fencer, Merrow had been betrayed. He was imprisoned by the Dutch and disavowed by his own kin. His crime? Refusing to turn over an ancient Jade Cross, a relic taken from the Burmese highlands. This relic was said to contain a map to the tomb of a forgotten prince. They'd called him a thief, but he called himself Liberated. In the taverns of Port Royal, the first whispers began about him. A man with eyes like storm glass, who could speak Latin and curse in Siamese. He fought with a twin set of curved sabres and quoted Virgil between slaughters. Now, as the Providence Grace groaned into the harbour, Merrow knew time was thinning. "We've one shot left in the forecastle gun," grunted his first mate, a Moor named Rafik. "And half the crew is bleeding," Rafik added, looking grim. "That'll suffice," Merrow said, tightening the sash around his waist. He slipped the Jade Cross into his coat, ready for what was to come. A Spanish warship, La Inquisidora, awaited in the bay, sent not to capture treasure, but him. He'd stolen from governors, outwitted inquisitors, and escaped from a Lisbon cell. This time, however, he had no tricks, only resolve to face his fate. By nightfall, under the veil of stormlight, Merrow sent a flare into the sky. It was not a signal of surrender, but one of defiance against his pursuers. As the Spaniards closed in, he and his crew launched one final broadside. Then, with sails aflame and sabres drawn, they leapt aboard La Inquisidora. Steel clashed, pistols fired, and blood spilled in the chaos of battle. Merrow found the Spanish captain, Don Vicente de Rivera, kneeling over the Jade Cross. "You came all this way for a trinket?" Merrow asked, sword at the man's throat. "Not for gold," Vicente hissed, "but for what it opens." Merrow smiled, kicked the cross back into his hand, and sheathed his blade. "Then let's see who finds the tomb first," he declared with determination. He vanished over the side with his crew, diving into the black waters. They moved like shadows of vengeance, escaping the burning ship behind them. By morning, La Inquisidora was a drifting husk, and the Providence Grace was gone. It was heading east, toward whispers of jungle ruins and buried empires. And so Dorian Merrow sailed on, neither pirate nor hero, but something rarer. He was a man with no master, chasing destiny across a sea of betrayal.